Hello everyone, Sheetal here. A warm welcome to you from Linguists Academy. I'm here with the vocabulary for today. And when I say vocabulary for today, actually I have brought to you only one word today. You might wonder why only one word. But frankly speaking, the word which I have brought in for you today is actually by itself a concept. So if you understand this word very well, you will be able to use this concept as a tool, as a technique in your expression. So also, all my students, all those who are pursuing their exams like IELTS and preparing for those kinds of exams, plus professional people who are associated with Linguists Academy now by way of these YouTube videos. For you also, this word and concept will be very useful. For the rest of them, for the rest of you, just understand the beauty of the concept. See what I have brought for you. Such a sweet picture. What does this picture remind you of? Does it take you down the memory lane to a story? Yes, this is the story of the ugly duckling. And very beautifully, the author of this story, the writer of this story, has actually used the technique of contrast to bring across a deep meaning, a lesson of life to his readers. And the deep meaning, the lesson of life is that beauty does not lie in appearance. And this is the story of the ugly duckling. So as I just told you about the story of the ugly duckling, where the author actually establishes a stark contrast to put across a very important message. This style of expression, this style of writing, this tool in English language is called as juxtaposition. Now be careful with the spelling. It is with the pronunciation, it is juxtaposition. Now see these contrasts, day and night. They're often used together while expressing war and peace, justice and revenge, love and hate, good and evil, where we say the good and evil coexist on the earth. Now what happens by this way of contrast is that each element, which is contrast in nature, each element brings out its stark uniqueness, and when put together it brings out a different kind of beauty. It's like, when you draw a picture or when you make some kind of placement and arrangement, you might put a white object against a black background, wherein the white object also stands out against the black background, as well as the black background stands out against the white object, vice versa. The effect is vice versa, where equal importance is placed on both, right? So this is what is juxtaposition, and you will find it in many elements around you. Now see this, the definition of juxtaposition. These are words which are placed together or described together so that the differences between them are emphasized. So if it is greatness against smallness, then the greatness will be defined, it will stand out, and the smallness will be defined and that will also stand out. Many times the young and old are put together, where the young stand out, and so also you change perspective and the old also stand out against the young. It's just that they are placed adjacently, they are placed together. And This juxtaposition, see this picture. In the picture, you see a little bird there and a huge elephant. The picture says it all, that in nature, all elements are juxtaposed. And that is why nature is beautiful. It doesn't mean that the elephant is great and the bird has no value. It doesn't mean that. It is unique by way of its size. The bird is little and it is unique. Similarly, the elephant is huge, but that is also unique. And they coexist side by side together in nature. Now, this juxtaposition sometimes can be purposeful. Like when we use it in expression, in literature, in poetry, it can be purposeful. It is a deliberate attempt. Sometimes even when you photograph, during photography, an activity like photography or like painting, okay, many times contrast colors are juxtaposed to bring out the beauty in the painting, right? So therefore, in every piece of art, you could have juxtaposition which actually would enhance the effect of the art. Sometimes, as I said, it is natural, like the picture you see, right? Now, there is natural juxtaposition in another example that you see in life. You all must have seen twins, right? Now, sometimes twins are absolutely identical, but sometimes in life you see fraternal twins. Fraternal twins are twins that are absolutely different from each other. The fact is they are twins, but they are absolutely different from each other by way of looks, by way of choice, by way of behavior, in every aspect. So this is a miracle. It's a juxtaposition in nature. See this picture. You know, a picture can say 1,000 words without actually using any words. Yes, a picture says it all. Look at this man. A not very well-to-do man is actually seeing an image of himself in a better position, in a better status maybe. Now this is how there is juxtaposition in this picture, which passes a message that every man has a dream, every man has a vision, and therefore juxtaposition in this photograph. See these proverbs. It is better late than never. Juxtaposition. It is better late than never reaching or doing anything at all. Juxtaposition, two opposite concepts. Beggars cannot be choosers. It's a juxtaposition where beggars have to ask for and choosers can choose. They can make a choice. They have the freedom, right? In one man's weakness lies another man's strength. Weakness and strength, juxtaposition. In one man's weakness lies another man's strength. It's deep meaning to it. Let's not elaborate it right now. But this is how in literature, in writing, you can use juxtaposition. How can we use this in sentences? See this. India is a country that exhibits an impressive juxtaposition of science and spirituality. both in contrast to each other and yet so unique that come together. It's a fabulous output. See the next one. Let us plan to juxtapose the family pictures with the textured wall, where you put the two things together, the family pictures and the textured wall, and you are juxtaposing it. That means putting them close to one another, and so that the textured wall also is enhanced by the beauty of the family pictures, and the beauty of the family pictures is enhanced by the presence of the textured wall. And here if you see, the word juxtapose has been used as a verb. So in its verb form, it is juxtapose. See the next sentence. The juxtaposition of the family pictures with the textured wall is looking wonderful. Here juxtaposition is the noun form of this word. The juxtaposed family pictures and textured wall are looking fabulous. So here it is used as an adjective. The juxtaposed family pictures and textured wall. That means the adjacent placement or the placement that has been done together. So the juxtaposed family pictures, the way they are placed, that is why it is an adjective, are looking fabulous. So I hope you have enjoyed today's session. Yes, and it's a new word. As I told you, I have brought forth only one word today because it is also a concept in itself. Try to identify this juxtaposition around you. See if there is something in your house that is juxtaposed. If you pick up an article and you read from that, or if you remember a story, think of whether the plot uses juxtaposition. And once you start identifying it, you will realize how beautiful the impact is. I don't know how many of you know the poem Two Roads Diverged in a Wood by Robert Frost. Wonderful poem, wonderful juxtaposition. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. Read that poem and try to identify the juxtaposition in it. So now, till we meet again, thank you and stay tuned to Fab Vocab. Bye bye. Take care.